If you have just put a for sale sign in your yard and you're looking to do some moving, I'm sure you're hoping to not have to box up all of the stuff on your own. You'd love to hire a local mover. So you are in luck this morning because we have a brand new local mover for you to meet with a really touching story. So this is Neil Turner. He is the proud owner of River City Moving.
Hello, hello.
And he's had some experience with moving himself because you have lived kind of all over. You're from Morristown originally.
Correct.
But you're out West Coast, you're a musician, a photographer,
Yeah.
and you got called home to Tennessee. So you know a thing or two about packing up your boxes.
I do, yeah. Moving, it's a fun way to say it, but for me it was kind of just like give everything up and take off.
Yeah.
You know, I moved to Charleston to the beach to start a band, moved to LA and toured around the country, and yeah.
So, but you've seen it all, and you've worked management with some moving companies. And so, when you opened River City Moving, you were pretty intentional. I mean, it's kind of the American dream to have your own business, and
Sure.
so you get to do it in the way that you want to do it.
Right.
So it's very customer and community focused.
Correct.
River City Moving. One of the things you're proud of is your guys are trained very, very well.
Yeah, my guys are trained well. They're also paid, I mean, I don't want to put anybody on blast here, but a lot more than the competition. And I know that because of, you know, what the applicants are telling me. So they're paid well, they want to be there, they want the hours, they're ready to work, they're going to pad, protect, and they're not going to take their time. You know, we don't reward that. So yeah, I have a great set of guys, and you know, we're locally owned and operated. There's only ever going to be one River City Moving, and that's the way that I want it to grow in the community, with the community. Ideally, it would be a community resource that will last beyond my years.
Right. So, I mean, it's perhaps you never get quite more vulnerable than opening your home to someone to come and move
Absolutely.
your most prized possession. So it's great to see you brag on the movers that you send their way.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that the philosophy of a company is top to bottom, right? So your heart sets the tone for their actions to a degree.
Sure.
You said to me that of course you need to be a profitable business, but your second prong is that you're looking to give back. You want to be charitable.
Right. And so we're starting that already. I mean, from the beginning, we have standing discounts for seniors, veterans, healthcare workers, and teachers. So that's 10% off right off. We offer risk-free booking, so that means that you don't pay a deposit. If closing falls through, something goes wrong, you need to reschedule or cancel, there's no fee for that.
Okay.
So there's the first way to try to help, and then the next is to try to partner up with as many nonprofits as we can, that make sense to help with low cost or no cost moving. But of course, you have to have, the profits to keep
Right.
that going.
So let's talk about the moving though, because I mean, the obvious is if you're buying or selling a home, you've got to pack everything
Right.
up and move. It'll be time for kids to move into dorms pretty soon.
For sure.
Do you do that kind of thing?
Yeah, we offer full service moving, so residential and commercial. Also, we do labor only. So like, let's say you needed to rearrange your furniture. We'll come do that. We don't need a truck, you'd send the guys.
Oh, to move something heavy upstairs, you can
Sure,
do that.
sure. Or staging, rearranging, packing, unpacking. If you have your own pod or truck, you need to load it or unload it, we'll do that as well. So dorms is no problem.
With the training that you put everybody through, is part of that training to teach them how to be kind of spotters for each other?
Well, they have to, absolutely. I mean, moving, I think it's gotten a bad reputation, because there are a lot of moving companies that have a high number of damages. They'll send out guys that are untrained, day laborers, things like that. We don't do any of that. So these guys, they understand that they're using their bodies, they're spotting one another. Safety's first. They're using shoulder harnesses, shoulder dollies. You have the right equipment, then they can move effectively.
I'm trying to remember, when you're moving, do you typically would you go out to a home first, assess it, and take a look at the items to move, or do they just tell you over the phone what they have?
It goes both ways. So if it's 3,000 square feet or above, it's mandatory, we're gonna be there. If it's under that, usually there's a set number of questions, and based on square footage, you can determine within a 2-hour window about how long something's gonna take.
Okay.
But if they request it, I'll come out.
And that way, if there was a piece that the family had, and you can take a look at it and say, I'm not gonna be equipped to move this with what
Sure.
I've got.
Well, normally that's not the case. So insurance sets limits for you. We do have weight limits. So there are certain things we can't move anyway.
Okay.
But where that's going to be something like an 800, 900 pound gun safe,
Okay.
Or something like that. But most things we can figure it out. Most things will come apart. if you have to do it.
If you know what you're
So
doing.
break it down.
Are you by any chance hiring?
We will be hiring more guys,
Okay.
probably in May or June.
Okay.
Right now we're staffed up. At spring, you know, we're booking more jobs every day. So.
Yeah. But you probably got a lot of people with your approach to the work that you want your guys to be able to do. So when I give your information for folks, if somebody's wanting to apply, they can call you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Give us a call. You can go to the website, rivercitymovingtn.com. And we're happy to talk, interview, check it out.
So, I mean, when I told you he's new, they opened 9 months ago. So he's gearing up for his first summer. And I think, I've never been a business owner, but I think having that model that you kind of look at all the time keeps you on pace. So having your charitable component of this in the forefront is really good. You do have, we won't get too personal here,
Sure.
but you do have a long-range plan.
Yes.
Because you're hoping to eventually be able to establish a foundation in your sister's name.
Right. I mean, I got into the moving. I was in management at Tiger Moving in Greenville, South Carolina, award-winning moving company, but I was in management. I didn't own the company. So I came here, started my own, and this is my home state. You know, I'm from Tennessee. Yes, we lost my sister to mental illness, and you know, the family suffered greatly. There was nothing in place for us. There was, I had the resources, you know, for grief and trauma therapy, but a lot of my relatives didn't, and they suffered. So I would like to create a foundation, something in Natalie's name here that offers that to families that lose individuals to mental illness. But, you know, that's all part of networking and shaking hands and figuring out how to make it happen here.
Well, maybe step one happened today.
Yeah,
By being
maybe.
here. There's a
Maybe.
whole network of people out there.
Yeah.
So we're glad that you're here, Neil Turner.
Thank you.
River City Moving, here is the phone number where you can contact him, 241-6984. As you heard him say online, it's rivercitymovingtn.com. Brand new business with lots of experience and even more heart behind him. Thank you.
Thank you.